In 1939, much of the farmland of Britain was neglected. Farmers and farm workers were unhappy men. For 20 years they had been in retreat, the workers drifting to the towns. Each year the jungle of scrub, weed and thorn crept a few yards further down the hillsides over once fruitful fields. But when war came, it was on this countryside that we had to rely for millions of tons of food we could no longer import. To direct this effort was the job of the county war agricultural committees, who went into action the day war was declared. One of their first jobs was to drive back the jungle. Some of the fields had not felt the iron since Napoleon tried to blockade us. Farmers and farm workers now began to get back something of the proper pride that they had lost during 20 years. But plowing and winning new acres was not enough. The next job was to increase the yield from every acre. All over the country, farmers came to demonstrations to learn new methods. They listened to the voice of science. Necessity overcame old prejudices. Before our land can feed us, our land must be fed. So before the farmer cultivates the soil, a sample is taken for analysis to discover what it lacks, so that the right plant food can be given. British agriculture has become the most highly mechanized in the world. Even so, there are still not enough machines for its war effort, so farmers help each other by sharing influence. In spite of being split up into thousands of little businesses, British farming has shown a spirit of cooperation that has astonished its severest critics and itself. In late July, the great harvest began in fine weather. But August came in wet. Now came the great gamble. Everywhere the farmers had ploughed and sown for the harvest, they knew they hadn't enough labor to handle. They trusted that when the job had to be done, the help would come. And every day the harvest was delayed made the job more urgent. When at last the sun rose and shone, every hand was needed to get the harvest home. School children camped close at hand. People from the towns gave their holidays and weekends. It meant backache and blisters for people unused to the work. Men and women of the forces volunteered for fatigues on the cornfield. Farmers' sons from the United States Army took leave for a job they knew in their bones. The result was a triumph for voluntary cooperation. Farmers and farm workers